Yeah, I wish I was in school too, and we are going to school. This is Mind to Mind. My name is Shema'yah. I'm the student of Vonda, Kline, WPEB 88.1 FM. Our very, very special guest is Mr. James R Veal. We're going to be talking about wealth. We're going to be talking about money. And just like the PSA said that I wish I was in school, I'm glad I'm in school, and I'm glad that the professor today is Mr. James R Veal. James, welcome to Mind with Shema'yah and Vonda Kline.
Yes, welcome back.
Thank you guys so much, Shema'yah and Vonda, for inviting me. It has been a long time, and I can't wait to start.
Oh yeah, wonderful. Let me ask you a question, something very simple. We use it every day, but most people don't understand what it is. What is money?
You know what? Money, a lot of people look at money as spending, saving, and investing, which is good. But money should be used as leverage in a sense.
What do you mean by leverage?
Leverage can mean, for example, say we're investors. Instead of us spending the money and consuming the money like most of the majority of Americans, what we can do is invest the money. Okay, so leverage basically is money making money.
Okay.
So we use the profit from the money, the initial monies, to spend or invest, never the principal. And see, that's what we're missing here.
Now you said a whole lot there.
What?
Really, my whole money's to invest. The principal, I'm just learning about gross and net. I realize net is after taxes and gross is what you make. Okay.
Right. See, we were never taught this though. Money is a tool.
Okay.
Money is kind of like a tool. And again, an
It's
example
a tool to buy things.
Right, but we look at it as to buy. But we should be looking at it as other cultures do, as an investment.
Okay.
Okay, so for example, let me give you an example. If we had $150, most of us would go out and say, hey, you know what? I know what I'm going to buy with this $150.
Right.
But an entrepreneur or a business person will use that as a tool and say, wait a minute, I need to use this $150 to invest in something that's going to produce more monies.
Okay. Kind of like planting a crop, a field.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You plant the seed and you wait for the harvest to grow.
Right.
So it's just like money. It's a tool. It's leverage. So we can either spend the money and stay poor, right?
Right.
We just take that money as a tool and say, wait a minute, let me leverage this $150. Now I want this to grow to $500. I want it to grow to $1,000, but we need patience.
I was going to say that, and discipline too.
And discipline, right. And that's what's missing.
Mm-hmm. So,
you know, from society as whole, but especially us in the African American community.
Right. So I'm hearing behavior, our spending behavior has a lot to do with our being impoverished or us being wealthy. Mm-hmm. So you look like your brain is okay. Well,
yeah, it's a good point.
I'm saying that to say when he said that it made sense because it's like when he said it, and one time I was in his classroom, he said, "What do you do when you get money? You have to spend it," and it goes back to the mind because the mind's been programmed to I gotta spend this money. It's just the way it goes. It could be when you don't have money and you know your check won't be there for another week. You don't have nothing.
yeah.
But the minute you get $10 or that check comes in, it's automatically on program to go spend it. And you spend it till there's nothing left.
Yeah.
Because that's just how it goes. Like you can't put it away.
That's a good point, Vonda. And the thing, we spend over $1 trillion.
Wow.
I didn't say $1 million. I didn't say $1 billion.
$1 trillion.
$1 trillion in disposable money. So this is not from income. This is just monies. This is
This is like just pocket change money.
right. It's the extra money that we have after we, pay bills and all. If we do pay bills,
That's
some people don't.
Right. True.
All
Yeah.
right,
The letters come in or the phone calls, and we just ignore them. And
Exactly.
okay.
So this is $1 trillion. So that's equivalent to the 16th largest country in the world.
Now,
GDP. So we Americans, African Americans alone, 42 million of us here in America, could be really equivalent to the 16th largest country in the world. That's power.
Yeah,
but it's not buying power.
No, yeah. So, armed with that knowledge, how do you harness that the wealth, the money? How do you use that for investment leverage when we have radio or rap music, we have different TV programs and movies that's not part of our formula, so to speak. So it seems like, this is my opinion, not the opinion of the station or the radio program here, but it's my opinion that we've been kind of geared to be the consumers and not the manufacturers or the inventors. So how do you work within that mind frame within our African American community?
And as you and Vonda mentioned before, it starts in the mind. We can teach about money, stocks and all, but if we don't get the mind first to really change the way we think about money and how it's really supposed to be used, all that goes down the drain.
Okay.
Because again, I mean, what you're saying, we have to change the mindset. That's why we start with this subject called Black Wall Street. How did they make it in Wall?
Now, for those who are unfamiliar, there might be the one or two people out there who've never heard of Black Wall Street before. What's the history behind that?
Well, it's funny. When I was coming here on 52nd Street, there's a little strip there. It says Black Wall Street, and I was amazed at that.
Right.
Are you seeing it too,
I
Bob?
see it too. Every time we come here, every Monday, I see it.
I don't know if it's a restaurant.
This is how you know I'm out the loop. I'm not even the money game because I didn't even see the Black Wall Street sign. So
yeah, it's a Black Wall Street sign on 52nd Street.
Wow.
But the point is, we can learn from the history of that where it was more segregated.
Okay.
Where we couldn't go to other cultures to gather
have
food,
economic right. Okay.
to barter, to do these things. We had to really depend on one another. And we was very successful doing that.
Right.
But we got away from that with integration and all these other things. So that's why we start. But all of it is in our mind. But the media teaches us to really shop. So when you see the rappers, you see these commercials, you see Beyonce
What about
buying
the
hair.
professional athletes?
Athletes as well.
Okay.
I mean, most of them guys are broke
What?
after 5 years.
What?
Yeah. After 5 years, they broke.
With these multi-million-dollar
Retire.
contracts?
Absolutely. Doesn't matter.
You said it does not matter.
It doesn't matter how big the contract is.
Okay.
Look, for an example, Antoine Walker, he made over about $150 million.
Okay.
10 years or more in the NBA. But he's bankrupt.
Is he? Wow.
Look at Mike Tyson. He's bankrupt.
Yeah, that's true.
So you have all these athletes who make a tremendous amount of money, but after 5 years, 75% to 80%
Wow.
are declaring bankruptcy and divorced. And they have multiple children from
Right.
multiple women.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's that mindset. The mind is dead. So without really understanding how money works, we're in trouble. And we wasn't really geared toward talking about subjects like this at the dinner table.
That's
about
true.
families
So
and things.
our Caucasian counterparts, they've had legacies of wealth and money and, I guess, financial education where we were just surviving and living. But
That's right.
we're in a different age and period of time. We do have the ability, while we still have the freedom of the internet and things of that nature, to maybe change certain habits. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, we've been here 400 years. And
Right.
it's kind of like, we have to wake up and smell of coffee one day. Something has to give. We have to go out and find this knowledge, this information. This class is, I'm not bragging about it, but it's an incredible class.
I think so.
I definitely agree.
Because it's an eye-opener. It's
Yeah.
an absolute eye-opener because no one's really teaching this the way we teach it.
Right.
And
Not only that, didn't mean to cut in, but it's the price is you can't beat that price.
No, for the $1 million worth of education that you're
right,
getting.
you will pay between $200 to $500 for some of these courses. When you go to other places, they're not giving you a 10-week course for the price of $25. And you're getting information. You can't beat that price because, like I said, if you go to another type of workshop where it's a different organization, they're going to charge you. And James is a professional, so it's not like he can't get that money and go there to get the money.
Right, exactly.
He chooses to work with the community of our people because we need it. We need to learn this information. We need to change our mindset on how we look at money. And he does that. He teaches you not just money. He teaches you how to think about your money. When you get it, are you going to run out and spend it? And also just to watch how your mind will train you to. Your mind is already doing it. The mind has the body already doing it. And he teaches you how to stop and be disciplined with that money. I remember one time I went to James. I had to get it out of my hands because I was like, I'm going to spend this. I've really seen the thing that rose up in me because that is what it was. I had that money and I started, please take the money. It was like I said, I was begging him, you got to cash that check.
That's
He said,
funny.
You didn't cash that check yet,
Wow.
because I'm ready to go dip in because what happens? A problem will come. Well, I do have that money, so James didn't cash that check, so I can just take a look, and that's how it starts. Where if you didn't have it, you just don't have it, and you're out of luck. There's nothing you can do but take the hit, whatever that is
Right.
you put yourself
Right.
in. So it teaches you also how to be disciplined with what you choose to spend your money on, the mindset, because it'll have you over there at the store buying the clothes, buying the sales. That's what it does. If it's the bar, you'll be in there giving your money to the bartender and the go-go girl.
Right.
If it's the restaurant, you'll be in there. Let's go eat. I feel good. I'm gonna treat everybody. And
So this is habits again.
yes, there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. But let yourself get into a security place where you can have the party. Because I said I want to have a party. That's what I wanted to do. I want to have a party.
Right.
You know?
That's something that traditionally with African Americans, that's part of our,
We get
I
money.
guess our
we wanna have
genetic.
a party.
It is.
Our genetic.
I want to have a party. I want to invite my family. I
We're
want to
happy
feed
people.
everybody.
We're happy, loving people. We
Right.
love parties.
The
There's nothing wrong with
social,
that.
social aspect,
We
right?
need that, right? But we have to get into this mindset of business and leveraging money, though.
So
But Vonda said an important thing. I'm sorry, Shema'yah.
yeah, no problem.
Which is so important. A lot of people out there talk the game. Most people need to see it live.
That's a demonstration, right?
Absolutely. They can read the books. It's fine. Susan Norman is fine. You have a lot of other people that's fine. They talk the game, but you never see them. You can never feel them. You can't touch them.
You're
That's
a very real
hard.
person too.
Right.
What you-
I'm real, and they see me. They see it live.
So
So
you-
we talk the talk, and then we walk the walk, because now I can take you by the hand and do exactly what we did, Vonda.
Right,
So
right.
follow these steps. Boom. boom,
Exactly.
boom.
Because
Okay.
if you're just reading it, it's really hard. Isn't it?
All right,
I mean, it's
yeah.
really hard if you just read the book. I
True.
mean, it's good to
If
read
you
the
don't have a
book.
coach or a mentor.
That's right. But now you have the class, you have the knowledge.
Right.
Now to say, hey, let's go and do something about it.
Yes,
That's power.
that is because
That's true power.
you
Yeah.
have somebody as a mentor, and we don't have mentors.
We got tour mentors.
They're needed too.
Yeah.
But,
That's to get you in line.
Yes. They're
the
needed to
project.
get you in line. You might meet the wrong financial advisor who
Yeah.
torments you and takes your money. Like,
That's
that's
true.
the
Now
way
you're
it
all
goes.
stressed out.
That's Bernie.
Now your hair falling out. You're all
Bring
stressed.
me your money.
Yeah.
That's Bernie Madoff,
This-
right?
this-
Oh yeah, Bernie Madoff. All right then.
That's true.
So
Well, you get some brokers who just tell you, oh, well, that's the way it goes. You win some, you lose some. So you don't know what you're doing when you invest your money. James is the one to not just teach you, but he actually cares about his clients.
yeah, and you know we really our group of people really like. I guess all people like people caring about them, but we
Yeah.
really
Thank you so much. That is so true.
That
But
is
they know
true.
that you care.
That
Right.
shows the
They-
strength in
Mm-hmm.
the man, as far as it's not about just taking your money and not being accessible to you. Because a lot of them, they take your money, you can't even touch them.
yeah.
You get the secretary, you get whatever the block, the in between both persons. So
That's a great point too, Vonda. I want to jump in because a lot of these surveys are done from like Prudential, Aerial Management, and they do these surveys.
mhm.
And the biggest problem is we do not get contacted by financial advisors or financial institutions. So we don't know.
Now say that. Now I heard the words, but it really didn't sink in. You're saying that this Prudential, this group.
Yeah, every year they do, even Nielsen Ratings
Okay.
and Prudential, they do a survey each year on the African American market.
All right.
In reference to how often are we seek from financial advisors, what kind
Oh,
of education are we getting,
So
and
you're-
there's none.
So you're saying that financial advisors going to the black community is basically what I'm hearing, or they're not
It's
going.
none. They don't, because first of all, there's not even many African Americans in those communities.
So you're a rarity, huh?
right.
So you're
because-
like a three-legged unicorn.
It could be true because a
I'm
lot of
lucky charm.
because a lot of these companies not going to look at you if you don't have $100,000, $50,000. They're not there to educate us.
Now, and how long
That's
have
the
you
problem.
been teaching this class
This
at
is-
Temple University?
I know I look 24 years old, but I've been teaching about
I was going like
12 years.
23,
12 years.
12 years.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a 12 year. It's
Wow.
amazing.
Wow.
And I asked that because people don't even realize
Yeah, you have a gym in the community, and that you're not.
when you see
Right.
this class waste, any class in here that talks about money, nobody, I don't know, I can't say that, but I know I've been attending, before I became an instructor, I was attending the PASCEP program as a student, like maybe 3 years prior to that. I never even thought to let me go take this class. You know,
unless someone.
I'm looking for the enlightenment, and all that's good too. But we can be so high on spiritual enlightenment that the physical and everything else you're neglecting.
Right.
You're neglecting your other duties because we're so caught up in the spiritual walk of enlightenment, and that's important too. So now we got to put the two together. You can't have faith if you're not putting the feet to the faith.
Mm.
Now you got to walk the walk that God has blessed you with, all the faith and the endurance and the boldness to now go get it. Because what the faith does is that when you build yourself up spiritually, He's giving you the strength and the boldness now to enter any room and get what you want, because He's going to make it happen. He will set you up with the right people. Like I met James, when we met him, it was, to me, it was like right on time the way
Yeah,
it
I agree.
unfolded. So And then I was like, wow, why didn't I take this class on beginning? But I can't go over that. I took it when the time was for me to take it.
Yeah.
But it's just to show you how our minds won't even into going to take the class. We're into other things, and it's not saying that that's not important. But we all are in those classrooms needing more money.
I definitely agree. I guess we're coming up on the break time, but I do have a question to ask you about the whole this fiscal year that we're coming to or that we're approaching. We just came out of the whole mortgage scandal and things of that nature, and now we're going this digital money and currency, and we still, like you mentioned earlier about knowing about principles of money and stuff like that. So I guess give us an idea of when you talked about investments, like 401k. You hear some people that's just new to this, come on, you need to get a 401k, but then you hear another side of the spectrum where they say that maybe ETFs may be the route to go and things of that nature. So I wanted to talk to you about that when we come back from our break. So if you're just tuning in, this is Mind to Mind. My name is Shema'yah. I'm in the studios with Vonda, Kline. And our very special guest is Mr. James R Veal. If you have any financial questions, he's authorized and licensed to speak about financial information. You can give us a call here at 215-472-0882. Once again, this is WPEB 88.1 FM, and we'll be right back.